What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Johnny. Back here with another reaction video. Today we bring a new artist to the channel, Jesse Howard. And I like to preface this by saying every artist, every track that I react to is 100% new to me. Growing up in an urban environment, all you know is hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, and hip hop. And not because you don't want to know anything outside of your perspective, but the world kind of keeps you boxed off to what knowledge you can have. And as Frederick Douglass says, knowledge makes a man unfit to be a slave. So I'm here to reach out and cross paths with other parts of the world and other genres and see what we have in common. So with that being said, if this is your first time to the channel, hit the like button for me. I say we're trying to run it up to 1 million subscribers, but if we can get 100 million subscribers and start 100 million thought-provoking conversations, who knows? We may be able to change this thing around. So if you like what you hear, please share the video far and wide.
This song's about an old buddy of mine. He's not around to tell the story anymore, so I figured I'd tell the story for him. Just a baby holding mama real tight in the moonlight, lying in her bed. I say, mama, please don't cry. What's wrong, isn't daddy? Will he be coming home tonight? And she said, no, son, he'll be gone a while. Then the days turned into months on end, and I said, mama, when's he coming home? She said, forgive him, son, we got our own life to run. You'll be starting school before long.
Already into this, it dispels a lot of narratives. Me as a kid who grew up in the projects, homeless shelter, no lights, no gas, no water at times, I'm still blessed to say I have my father. I'm 32 years old, and to this day I can call my dad and sit on the phone with him for hours and talk to him, and that's real privilege. That's above any skin color. I've always said, if you grew up with your mother and your father and they both loved you unconditionally, because there's people out there with bad parents. But I'm so privileged, and I can sit here and be as confident and be as transparent to the world, because I know, even though my mother is dead and gone, I know she loved me with every bone in her body. And I know I can call my daddy right now, and we can sit on the phone and discuss anything, and I can pour my heart out to that man. And that's weighs more than silver and gold. That's more than any dollar amount that I could ever ask for. That's a gift from God to have two parents that love me. So I just had to touch that out, because there are tons of white kids that grow up without their dads, and society thinks for some reason that white people don't have problems. I don't know who put that narrative out there, that story, but they just think that, oh, y'all just pop out y'all mama 100% perfect. So anybody who doesn't have a father and never had a father figure, man, my heart goes out to you, because I don't know where I would be without my dad. And the man you see sitting here before you today, I wouldn't be who I am without my father.
I met my teacher by my desk like the rest of the kids on that first day. Settle down now, kids, and listen. Now, y'all, when I call your name, I want you to stand up and say where you're from and what your daddy does for a living. And I remember this one kid, he stood up and said, my dad's a fireman, always ready. When it got to my turn, I can feel my little broke heart burn. She said, all right now, what's your daddy? I said, never ready. And that was pretty much steady. He's been called the devil's right hand, a long gone lover of my dear sweet mother, and more than she could stand, a joker and a fooler, a smoker and a boozer, part-time gambling man and a full-time loser.
Hey, this is deep, very touching. You know, I know that the track is titled "Full Time Loser," and I don't know how it ends out. But one thing I had to learn for myself is forgiveness towards my father. My dad and my mom had extremely bad domestic violence when I was a kid. My father was an alcoholic. I mean, I guess by worldly standards, he got off work and would drink every day, and sometimes would wake up in the middle of the night and be blasting music and all kind of crazy things. He actually totaled out my first car when I was 16 years old. I had a 1985 Cutlass Sierra. It was 4-door gray, kind of rusted out on the sides. The driver door only opened from the outside. The passenger door only opened from the inside. My father drove it to the gas station on 27th in Brooklyn and totaled it out while I was playing basketball. And I grew up with a lot of resentment towards my father. I thought he should have been a better man. I thought he shouldn't have drunk. I thought he should have came to watch me play basketball more. All his jobs were under the table jobs where he never made more than $8 or $9 an hour. But he still gave us $3 a day for lunch. So while he wasn't the greatest person, I had all these unrealistic standards for him without ever knowing who he was or what he truly had went through. So after I became an adult and became a father myself and made my own mistakes and bumped my own head, it gave me a lot more clarity about him and who he was. And for the first time over the last 4 or 5 years, when we really became good friends, I went down to him and talked to him about his life and asked him what his dreams were when he wanted to be a kid and did he have goals. And I actually realized that he was once a person. He was a little boy that played outside with G.I. Joes and had recess. And, our whole life we look at our parents and think all they're there for is to serve us. And when I started looking at my father as a human, it gave me so much more respect and empathy for him. Because he dealt with me. He dealt with my mom. He dealt with my brother. And though he wasn't perfect, it was more than what a lot of children had. So regardless of if your dad was there or not, right or wrong, I'm a firm believer that the key to pure happiness in life is forgiveness, because you're only hurting yourself with having any resentment towards anyone.
Tough enough growing up, not to mention all the breaking up grown-ups do. Gives a kid only half a chance to make it. Mama cried and she tried her best with me, but could never break through. If there was a rule, I was gonna break it. It was bad at first, and then the bad got worse. Until before long, I was a wanted man. And then the judge told me, I'm letting you off easy. With only 10 short years, my friend, I shook the hand of a man that I met 2 days into my 10 years. Without ever saying, he already knew my name. I asked him how, and he smiled and said, I know my own son anywhere. Damn, look at you, man. you sure ain't changed. I know it must have been hard, son, with your own life to run. But I wanna know every minute I missed. When it got to my turn, I can feel my old broke heart burn.
I never looked at life like that. That without your father, that you really got to run your own life. Like damn, that's deep to hear put in that perspective, man. Like I said, I'm extremely grateful for my dad. My father has been in jail over 50 times in his life. I've never been in jail, not once, not had one. I've had speeding tickets and stuff like that, but as far as actually being booked into a jail, it has never happened in my life. And knock on wood, it never will.
He asked, why are you in a place like this? Well, you never got me ready, and you broke my heart steady, till I was called the devil's right hand. I'm a long gone lover of my sweet child's mother, and more than she could stand. A joker and a fooler, a smoker and a boozer, part-time gambling man, and a full-time loser. I'm a full-time loser.
Man, oh man, hey, I like that a lot. I heard this quote, and it say, "You're born looking like your daddy, you die looking like your decisions." And I think this song is perfect with what's going on right now in America and the attack on masculinity and attack on families. And in 1960s, 30% of black children didn't have fathers, and I think it was 6.5% of white children didn't have fathers. And now, currently, 80% of black children don't have fathers, and I think it's 35% of white children don't have fathers. So we got a lot of young boys and girls out here, just trying to run their own life, get it out the mud. Mama got to work two, three jobs. We got social media distracting mama. We got all these different things going on, and it's an attack on your kids. Like this critical race theory, everything that's been thrown out is attack on your child's mind. Am I a boy? Am I a girl? What's left? What's right? What's up? What's down? We got a lot of 1984 Brave New World stuff going on, and it's all attack on the children. And if you don't know, I'm a firm believer, man. If you don't know where you come from, that just leaves a huge emptiness and a huge void that the world wants to take advantage of. Like I say, man, the world loves to feed off low self-esteem and lack of confidence. Whatever that void is, man, the world wants to attack that. And my father made me, if nothing else, man, I believe in myself. I can do anything. I can accomplish anything. There's nothing that can stop me. I may not have it today, tomorrow, next week, and next month. But with faith, consistency, and hard work, there's nothing that I can't do. Everything that I see around me was built by a man that had two hands, a heart, a brain, and 2 feet, just like I did. So I'm God's creation, just like anyone else. But I got that confidence from my father, and I don't know where I would be without that. Regardless of my skin color, without my father, I don't have that toughness. And yes, my mother believed in me, but it was a different type of reassurance coming from my dad. It was a different type of, like, even my mom watching me play basketball was one thing. But when my dad was there, it was time to shine. I played recently and brought my father because it was the first time he seen me play in 16 years, and I think I dropped 30. My children were there as well, but it mattered to me for my father to see, I'm his creation. This is what your child can do. And I look forward to watching my children produce. My son, third grade basketball player. When I'm sitting there watching him play, my heart is just, it's his goal, understanding I created that. That's my little seed that I'm watering, and I'm giving sunlight, and I'm giving, the proper everything, and who knows what these children will manifest into. But the highest gift on earth is to give your children the breeding grounds to be successful. You can't hold their hand forever, but you do want to give them at least a solid foundation. Because I know what I became growing up in poverty. I know what I became growing up with a father who had domestic violence. So if my father was still able to make me this type of man, I don't know what type of children I'll produce. And I'm sure all the individuals watching this video, we all understand, some grow up without parents, but the goal is always to be better than the last generation. And that guy got lost somewhere in the world right now. We got a lot of the young people who are complaining and they have a disconnect from their forefathers. But hopefully we can bring that full circle. This is a super, super good song, man. Hey, let me know in the comments if y'all want me to keep going through this homie's catalog, because I really dig this. Like I say, man, I'm forever grateful to grow up with my mother and father. That is real privilege. Skin color is irrelevant. If you have a mother and father that love you and support you through everything in life and always want you to be successful and always succeed no matter what, that's privilege. Because I done a lot of dumb stuff, and everything I did, I had my mom and my dad 100% backing me up no matter what. And that's why I'm still here, and I got to represent them and show them what type of young, great individual they raised. With that being said, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Always remember, no faith is needed around you, and there's unlimited faith within you. Until next time, we out. Peace.